All right, so we are finished here in Washington. We are all loaded up and ready to go. Other than the last event with the inverter falling off, which I've kind of attached again. Hopefully it'll stay up for the rest of the trip until I can get it in and actually have them do something correct. I think I'm going to take all that panel out and actually frame it in a little nicer, and it'll give me more closet space, and then the inverter will be exposed and accessible, so if the breaker trips, it's accessible. I'm also going to put some straight through 110 outlets that'll be GFI, but not through the inverter, so that I can have power from the 30 amp instead of just from what the inverter can handle. So I'm going to make that modification, and I'm going to talk to them about warranty on the steps, because I want the steps fixed right. They should have a metal plate underneath the wafer board that sandwiches the wafer board between the top plate of the stairs and a metal plate below the wafer board, and bolts. That would be the correct way to do that, not screws expecting the wafer board to hold anything. So I'm going to ask if they will do that right under warranty. Somehow I think they will not. So anyway, we're going to go head towards Olympia to get at the, I think is the start of the 101. It's a little bit lower, and it's going to go up around the rainforest here in Washington, and then it starts coming down the coast. So that's where we're heading today, and we're all loaded up. Doggies are ready to go. Robin's ready to go. My phone is charging. All right, let's hit the road. All right, so we still just now got to Olympia. We took a detour. We went ahead and stopped at Tacoma RV just to see. They had some Winnebagos in there. So the Winnebago is about 500 pounds heavier than the Geo Pro, but you don't get some things. For example, the Geo Pro has those hoods that go over the vents so that you can drive down the road with them open, stuff like that. Yeah, you don't get that. You don't get the solar. But honestly, the solar on the Geo Pro, it's so far from being of real use. You can buy a 100-watt panel for like $150. The biggest thing that you got is the inverter. That's a cost. The 500 pounds in the end, this car would have pulled it. Honestly, it would have pulled it better because it's a dual axle. The tongue weight was less by about 60 pounds, a lot more cabinet space. Everything is plywood. I don't think there's any particle board in the thing. From what I saw, I looked at all the cabinets. It is a much better quality as far as that's concerned. You don't get some of the bells and whistles, like I said. You don't get the hoods that go over the vent covers. So you have to make sure you shut your vent covers when you're driving down the road. You don't get the solar built in. Add it. I would probably just install the solar myself and do it exactly the way I want, and that would be what I would recommend. But the biggest thing is the tandem axle. For the extra 500 pounds weight, it would not have been an impact on this vehicle. It had no issue pulling this. We were 800 pounds under our gross combined weight. We went over Monarch Pass. It had no issue doing it. The 500 pounds I don't think would have had that much of a difference. It would have been a lot better for the tongue weight. Then also keep in mind, if you upgrade your camper down the road, say you get a nicer vehicle and you want to do upgrades on your camper and can carry more weight, the camper can sustain more weight because you got a tandem axle. I think he said it was like 1,600 pounds. Whereas the Geo is maxed. You got like 250 pounds is all you can carry in that thing when you have water. That's it. And so you're not upgrading cabinets. You're not upgrading nothing on that Geo Pro. You're maxed. In hindsight, I would never buy a Geo again. Even if I had no issues with it, I would never buy a single axle again. If my vehicle can pull 5,000 pounds, I wouldn't worry about if it's going to be able to pull it down the mountain and over the mountain and all that. Just make sure that you are within your combined weight. Again, we went down Monarch Pass and I never used the brakes once at all. So it held back the camper just fine. I can't guarantee anything. I'm just saying, to have a camper like a Winnebago that's got plywood floors, not wafer board. Wafer board's crap. Wafer board has always been crap. No matter how much Georgia Pacific and Louisiana Pacific want to tell you what a wonderful thing wafer board is, it's garbage. Again, hindsight's 2020. Anyway, they basically said they would give us $12,000 for our camper if we traded it in. Well, that's a no-brainer. We're not going to do that. I could sell this camper any day of the week for $12,000. Its retail value, the way it is right now, once I fix that other little issue and get the warranty issues fixed, is 17 grand. So yeah, I'm not going to trade it for 12,000 bucks. We're going to find some place to eat and probably stop in Olympia. So we didn't get very far today, but we did check out Winnebago's. Well, we just now got on the 101, and so we're only going to go to the Walmart that is about 15 minutes away. And
101. I can't see you.
Yeah. Oh, you can't see me?
No, I don't think.
There.
Maybe a little bit. Oh,
Now
just a little.
Okay, so we are on the 101. We are heading towards, I don't know where we're heading, but we're only going to be on this for about 15 minutes because as you can see, it's completely black now. Can't see anything. And we're going to stay at a Walmart tonight, get a bite to eat. Did we decide where we're eating, Robin?
No.
No?
Nope.
So, but
We'll figure it out.
anyway, you got my thoughts on the, if you're doing trailer shopping and you've got a vehicle that can pull 5,000 pounds like the Honda Pilot, definitely look at the Winnebago Micro-Minnie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Micro-Minnies.
Yep. And the older ones too, even.
I feel now with the experience I've had so far with this vehicle, I think a tandem axle around 3,700 pounds would not be an issue to pull at all.
But wait till he does the research on that.
Even with load, yeah, but I mean, it's 500 more pounds.
Yeah.
Even loaded, with everything loaded to the hilt, I don't think it would be an issue even over the big passes. I really don't.
So it's not completely black, just so you know.
Oh. Well, now you can kind of see out here.
Yeah. Not completely black. It is almost completely black. But you can see that it's probably a really pretty highway. That's why we're not going to go too far on it right now. We started in Olympia, but we're not going to go too far because we want to see it all. So we'll start early tomorrow.
All right, here we are at the Wally Mart.
I need to go into Walmart and it's really far.
God, Robin, I'm not hauling the trailer over there.
I'm not going to have you do it. I just don't want to walk to Walmart.
Oh.